Hey guys, welcome back to Counterspin Disc Golf. I'm Brett Renz, and I got my co-commentator here, Noah Prima.
Hello, everybody, and welcome. This is your 2021 coverage of the Battle of Barataria B tier in New Orleans at the luxurious TDF. And Brett, we got a star-studded card here. Hole one is a 300-foot par three. You got two different kind of lines. Most people will take the righty hyzer around these middle guardian trees. Or if you're feeling really froggy, there is a straight gap from the blue tees on the left side. Some lefties will take that. Most righties will take the right-handed backhand around. Here we see Matty O starting on hole one, probably throwing a M1 here or mid-range.
Something easy that he can just hyzer through there. I think he almost got a little sneaky, but it kind of turned on him.
Yeah, I mean, he's still in position. We got Tony Bass here, local legend out of Mississippi, going with the forehand gap. What?
Yeah, Tony was kind of relying on his forehand a lot today.
Wow, that's interesting. Then we have Silas Schultz here going with just a pure line on the right side.
Believe that might have been an MD3, looked like one.
He throws a lot of older runs, and then we have Nageeb Laborde here. I know exactly what he's throwing. He's throwing an M2 and just early releases it left.
Yeah, hit the wrong gap, not going to end well for him.
Then we got old Caleb here.
Don't know what he's throwing, but he got real sneaky on those trees.
Oh yeah, looks Nageeb here on his
Yeah,
putt.
you just had to let. It was just a layup. There was nothing from there.
We
Tony,
got Tony.
soft bid.
Ooh, so close. Then we got Silas. We can barely see him back there. He blends in so well.
Yeah, I was trying not to get in his way, but that was why.
Ooh, what? Dropping the birdie here, starting great on hole one. Look at that trot, man. We
Got
got Matteo here.
his good old putting style.
Weird.
Curls it in, and hyzers out, and cashes a bird.
So I've talked to Matty, and he has seriously claimed that he has a hyzer putt.
I don't believe it.
Then we got Tony Bass turboing out. Tony, if nobody knows who Tony Bass is, he is notorious for turbo putts. We call him Turbo Tony.
Yes, sir.
So hole two here is a par four. It's 560 feet. It's definitely a two-shot hole. You want to kind of land around where the drone's flying here for your second shot. It'll give you a great look into either an easy forehand to access the pin, or if you push the fairway long, there is a straight tunnel gap long. So we're gonna see. Oh, Matty's going forehand here.
Yeah, not what I would think someone who's right-handed would do here, but it just about works for him all the same.
I mean, probably trying to push that back gap just to give him a nice little forehand flick. We
Yeah,
got Silas here. He's probably throwing a PD2.
and
Just pure.
disgustingly far as always.
Oh my God! If you've never seen Silas throw, he throws beautiful. And then
Yeah.
Caleb with a forehand.
Not. It's okay.
Oh,
He he, he,
it gets down there.
he almost tickled some trees. And
Tony with a smooth one out.
yeah, I think that was just a little too stable, a little far on the right side.
And then Jeep here throwing an H3V2. I'm the only reason I know Najeeb's bag purely is because I helped him build it. And most of the stuff that goes in, I ask him about.
Makes sense. Tony with a little chip up, but I don't think he's going to get a bird from there. Same with Caleb. Nice little chips.
See, this is what I was talking about in that landing zone. If you push too far, you give yourself a tight, narrow line. But if you just get in the perfect spot, kind of like Najeeb, you just turn over backhand, pures it.
Yeah, Najeeb and Maddie were definitely in the optimal spots here.
Oh, yeah. And then
Silas getting a little sneaky with what he had to do there.
that's what I was talking about. If you push the back of the fairway there, they got that little sneaky little, straight gap.
Here we see uncharacteristic putt from Tony, and
Oh, and right outside circle.
yeah,
Caleb
just couldn't do.
Oh, no.
It's not what you want to see on hole two.
No,
It's
no,
just
God.
a sequence.
What is going on here?
It hurt to watch so
Oh, and
much.
then Tony with the turbo out, the Jeep with the cleanup par, Silas with a 10-footer for birdie here.
I mean, it's what
So that
you.
means Matty was closer than everybody?
Yep.
Wow. I mean, I guess that's what you get when, Matty O with his unique style gets on the
I
course.
mean, when you're that good in the woods and you're playing in the woods, you tend to
Oh,
win.
oh yeah. So there we see Silas and Matty, the only two to pick up the birdies here.
Hey,
Caleb here is just going to tap out his par.
that was a bogey.
Oh, bogey. Oh, I'm so sorry. Hole three is a par three. It's 300 foot. It's an easy little forehand or a turnover. It goes pretty much straight, and then it's right off to the right.
I'd call it an ace run.
You could. I've seen a lot of guys. I've witnessed 2 aces on this hole, but I'm looking to see all these guys give it a nice bid and put it close. Matty gonna go here with probably an FX2. If I'm.
I believe that's what it is.
Yeah. Oh, get in. Oh.
I think he was just short of the bucket.
And then Silas here with probably an FD3.
Kind of dragged it a
Silas,
little left, but it did hyzer
yeah.
out.
Oh, he's got to look from If you just get down to those last trees, it'll give you a look for the birdie.
Yeah.
And Tony here probably throwing an SDS or Firebird. Looks like he pushed it a little too low.
Yeah, same mistake as Silas, really. Just hung on a little bit too much.
And Jeep here throwing I want to say a M4 or a PA4, one of those.
Whatever it was, he got really good through those trees.
And then Caleb here throwing a nice little smooth forehand.
Almost the same line as Matty, exactly.
Oh, they look both parked. That's Silas here, probably about 35.
And it didn't look like he committed that much.
It
Looked a little halfway.
Yeah, it looked like he was giving that a half go. And Tony here, off to the left.
Nageeb showing you the benefits of getting sneaky over here.
See if he can convert here, boys.
Ooh.
Who sneaks it in?
Silas cleans up his par.
Nice.
And Caleb, you could just see perfect position off that shot. And Matty
with the turbo.
Matty with the best position.
For a Parc. Jeez. And we got hole 4 is the long one. It's a par 5, 840 feet. There's no way to get the eagle. Birdie is somewhat in the question. If you get off the fairway early, there's no way. It's 5 probably at best if you can recover. But there's multiple ways you can get down this fairway. It's just a bunch of trees. It's really just a get off the tee shot clean hole and look where you got next.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see Matty throwing his backhand turnover line. That's the play for some righties, and most righties is to get to that right side because it does open up. You'll see Nageeb try it as well. Throwing that H3V2.
I think he hit something at the very end there. Just never got on Anheuser.
And Caleb looks like he can pump it out there.
Yeah, Caleb's got some distance. Not as much as this man.
Let me see Silas. Just a gunshot. Sounds like a gunshot every single time he throws.
Yeah, he's told me that it's because he smacks his leg mid-shot, which I think is really cool.
Let me see. Tony's probably first backhand of the round.
And it looks like it worked for him. He's about in the same position as Caleb and Matty.
Nageeb just behind the red tees and just squares that tree up.
Just unfortunate kick to kick. I don't.
Oh wait, roller?
I think he sat there and debated for a second, and then decided roller was his best play. I think he hit something early that stopped him.
You see Nageeb trying to get sneaky on the right side. That's another tree. Just not a good hold already for Nageeb.
Pretty sure this is Silas's origin. He kind of relied on it all day.
We got Caleb with Caleb pumping out a forehand. Huge down the fairway, gets down there. He's going to have probably an easy look for the birdie.
Tony said he liked that line.
Tony said, I'm going to copy you.
Caleb was actually underneath the cypress root, so he actually took relief on that shot. And not what you
no.
want to see.
Maddie pinched off on one of these cypresses too. Throws another
Roller,
roller down.
roller to roller. I didn't think I'd see it on this hole, but
That's
Matteo, you don't know what to expect from him.
that's not something you want to see on a hole. Is when you have to go roller out. Tony pinched up against the trees. Looks like he
And
got a nice little flare skip in there.
yeah,
Probably look for.
he's pretty close, I believe. And Silas is just chipping to the bucket.
Caleb says, "I see your chip. I raise you another chip."
Almost could have ran that at that distance.
Maddie pinched off a little bit behind these trees. So a thing about these trees is that we did play casual relief where if it did go inside the tree and you couldn't get footing, you could take it directly behind as casual relief.
Yep.
Some of these guys taking advantage of it. Tony with the turbo putt for the birdie.
Awesome. You'll love to see it. Caleb with a
also
bird.
cashing. Here we go. Let's see Silas
Also a birdie.
banging it in for the birdie. Maddie, simple par.
I believe
Tapping in.
I believe he tapped out and I didn't get it on camera for a bogey or
Ooh.
double.
So hole 5 here is a par 4, 615 feet. It actually played the easiest hole for the day. Just a simple landing zone right here. Throw a hyzer through the gap, land there. Simple upshot. Not many trees to deal with. And we got Caleb here stepping up.
And showing us exactly how to hit those field goals.
That is a beautiful line. He's going to be in prime position. Silas going with a PD2.
I believe that was my PD2 he just threw. My old one.
Oh, wow. We
And
got Tony here.
I think he turned at the very end and he landed in some brush to the right. Not really. You need a more stable disc for that.
And then Matteo probably throwing a D1. And it
Perfect.
Cures it. It's perfect position. You know Matty throws a good shot when he puts his hand behind his back.
And also he has to pick up his sunglasses every shot.
Yeah, the Nageeb throwing a proto D1 just turns it over a little bit.
Yeah.
I think he landed.
Yeah, he's the red T sign. Not where you want to be, ideally.
No, trying to make something work and just doesn't commit fully.
Yeah, as I said, Tony was just like deep in those brush, but he's going to take a par from there.
Yeah, he's a little far from there. Silas went a little deep in the brush as well. Looks like he's got a look here.
Yeah, this is the consequence of being too powerful, is you go too far.
Matteo just in a perfect position, can see the bucket. Should be a routine little upshot here. Oh, yeah, look at throwing that P Model S perfectly.
Looked like it wanted to go in, but not quite.
Nageeb pinched off on the trees on the left now, having to go flex forehand out. And Caleb.
Also prime position.
Oh, yeah, I can see it. Looks like it's running. Oh, looks like he wanted to run that.
Yeah. I'm sure he did in his mind. Get a nice stroke on Matty.
Tony just lay it up here. Nageeb.
Oh.
Oh, no.
That would be another bogey for Nageeb after he tapped in.
Starting off 2 over through 5. Not the best start here. Caleb.
An easy bird. Matty.
That's just easy too. Tony with the turbo. Ooh, sneaking it in on the left side there for him. And then Silas tapping in I think that was a birdie, right?
It was a birdie, yep.
Yep. A hole 6 is a par 3, 270. Tight gap off the tee, but it kind of opens up more towards the end. Right is the danger. It's just all sorts of things right. Left, you can leak left a little bit and still have a look to the basket. We're going to see Caleb here.
It's just
curing something down the gap.
Almost hits it.
Oh, wow.
It's a pretty routine straight shot for most of these guys who are very good.
Yeah, I'm thinking this is a P2 from Silas. I've seen him throw that a lot in the rounds that we play together.
Looks like he cooked it, but the tree kind of slowed it down for him.
And Matty I looks like a mid-range, or it might be a putter, but
It was
looks like he's got a look.
it was butter nonetheless. Hit the gap
Oh
perfect.
yeah.
Maybe could have been a bit higher.
And then Tony with the forehand, flex
Think
forehand
that's a
here.
Halo Leopard
Ooh, looks like he flashed the chains there.
or Leopard 3. I don't know
And
it,
then
but ooh.
Nageeb just hitting that early tree. uh, right to jail, and
Yep.
he got lucky with getting a look to the basket. He's
But
gonna pitch that up, take his par.
oh, really low putt
Oh
from Silas. Not what you usually see.
no, Matty here with the look for bird and cashes it.
Takes his stroke on Silas and walks away.
Oh no, Najeeb.
I just think that first couple holes are just getting to him here.
Yeah, and I will say this, Najeeb, as Tony cashes in a turbo birdie. Najeeb had a kid and took a long time off from disc golf. He's just now trying to get back into it. So he's slowly but surely getting back there. Hole 7 is a par 3. It's 270 feet. It's a simple forehand. There's two lines. There's an inside line and an outside line. Most of these guys are going to go forehand. The Jeeb, who doesn't really throw forehands, is probably going to go backhand turnover.
And Caleb showing you the ideal way to start it.
Oh, yeah. Then we got Matteo here going with another forehand. Oh, he's
Ooh.
going. Oh, barely hits a tree.
Tony said, I like what Caleb did, as he did it earlier in the day.
Tony said, "You made it look easy, so I'm just going to follow you." Silas here with that glow FD3 he loves throwing.
And same thing.
He said Najeeb doesn't really throw forehands, takes that M3 with a nice little turnover line. He's got an outside look.
And looks like a run from Maddie.
Oh,
Not
so
even a chip.
close. Maddie said, "I'm not gonna run anything. I'm not gonna lay anything up. This is gonna be all runs."
No, he wants that win.
And the G, there you go, buddy, cashing in the birdie. Silas with the straddle makes the birdie as well.
And everybody's
He's
just
tapping
gonna
in.
clean up. Just a little dinker hole at best.
Yeah, it's something to counteract some of the bigger holes out here.
Same
Next
thing
we
with
got
8.
hole 8. Yes, same thing. It's a par 3, 250 feet. It's a slight little backhand hyzer for righties, little forehand for lefties if you are a lefty. I know Brett is.
I didn't play.
And it's a straightforward hole. It's something that just you get out there and you throw.
Except you don't want to go deep like Caleb just did.
Yeah,
There's some nasty brush there.
And then Silas looks like he's throwing that MB5 that he has and hits a tree.
Najeeb
Getting
squeaks
out,
through, but he's in that brush.
outside of that tree. Matty going pure hyzer.
With his FX2, just cleans it up. I think Tony's drive got corrupted, so we didn't get to see it.
Oh no! And then Tony with a tomahawk out puts himself in a good position.
Silas almost. And this is where you don't want to be, in this little swampy brush.
No, Najeeb just gives it a good bid, a little low. Caleb as well went deep.
And he cashes it for a bird.
Cashes the 2. Tony with a turbo putt to save his par. Dude, he's 100% on his turbos today.
Yeah, when he lines up a turbo, you know he's going to make those.
And then Matteo cashing in the birdie. Everybody else tapping out for their pars. Hole 9 is a par 4, 680 feet. We call this the gap hitter just because there's 3 lanes and gaps you got to hit. You got to hit the gap off the tee, and then you got to land in some of these lanes as you're taking the first lane and the first gap. It's definitely a 680 feet could be reachable with a big turnover, Annie, but I don't see any of these guys going for it. I just see them laying up in the fairway, taking their easy 3 and moving on.
Yep.
As we see Caleb
goes for that forehand to try and cut it right, but I think he pushed a little far right than what he wanted.
Maddie says, I like the line. Let me just
Adds.
correct off of it.
Yeah, let me just add some Manheiser. Waves at his disc and walks away.
Tony says, okay, what y'all guys can do, I can probably do better.
Looks like he does. Cuts it inside. Oh, never
Oh,
mind. Kicks off
hits it.
the cypress root, probably.
Got a good kick, though. And then Silas,
Throw.
it, it, it's
Yep.
it's it's gross how he can hit that branch and still get almost
Y-
250 feet down the fairway.
Yeah, how he can get to the ideal position almost.
And then Nageeb just throwing a pure backhand with that H3.
Yeah, Najeeb went for Silas's line, but with the driver and hit it. Whereas Silas was a bit high. Caleb.
Caleb,
Mm, yeah, like everybody was saying, he hit the fairway, but still not where you want to be for any kind of good score on this hole.
Tony getting up there and just getting out of those thorns. Silas with a he was in prime position too.
Yeah, he was honestly in a good spot for everything his drive hit.
Maddie as well in a prime position. Oh, it's the last guardian tree in that line.
And I
Najeeb
couldn't tell you where this went.
Najeeb's probably pinched off and had nowhere to go, so he says, I'm just gonna go over everything.
Yeah, I didn't even see that, and I was in front of him.
Caleb trying to go with a turnover, gets hit down.
Silas looking to save that par with a nice layup, and he does it perfectly.
I think in Silas's mind, he wasn't trying to lay that up. I think he may have been like, oh, I can make this. I can see the basket. I can make it.
I don't know. But Matteo definitely not in a similar situation.
Oh no, Maddie kicked off so right. He just trying to pitch up to a forehand. Najeeb a little short on his hyzer, but pitches up to a great spot. He'd probably tap in par right there. Tony pitching up for, I want to say, his bogey.
I believe this is Caleb's shot. He just went a little fast for me.
Yeah, man, be out there trying to film, and some of these guys are just ready to get up and throw. And
Yeah, they just don't care. They're going, oh, it's just too high.
little high hits the top of the basket. Fortunate that he didn't ramp off the basket. Silas
With a par.
tapping in a little par. Caleb
It's a bogey.
taking a bogey. Najeeb taking a par. And then Tony
I
and
think Maddie is getting a par and Tony's getting, or maybe not.
no, that was a bogey for Maddie.
Yeah.
And I want to say a bogey for Tony.
Yep.
Hole 10, par 3, 320 feet. It's just a dead straight shot. You got these two field goal trees, these two field goal cypress trees to basically get through. That's about it. The wind does play a big factor because you are getting into the open where if you've never played PDF, it's a big bowl, so the wind can swirl. As we see Silas
hits it almost perfectly.
No words. No words.
Yeah. What a
And
shot.
Deep here throw in.
Get stable. Oh, it hit a branch.
He's got an easy little layup for his par. May run that.
Caleb, a little high, but you see the wind just playing with it up there. Not too bad.
Yeah.
Maybe far left.
That's what I'm saying. The wind can swirl, and you just don't know what it's doing. As we see Maddie's disc getting played around with up there too.
Yeah. Also hit some branches, but a little deeper.
And then Tony turning it over a little bit. When I played this hole, it was kind of a headwind, and it just knocked my disc straight out of the air. As we see Najeeb just jump putting up there, trying to get it easy tap in for his par.
Wind's just having fun with everybody's discs out here. Oh,
Ooh,
so
Tony
close.
giving a great bid. Nice birdie putt.
Just cashes that.
Here we see Maddie for his as well. Cash money. Maddie O with the birdie. Silas, can you follow suit here?
Yep. Sure
yes,
can.
he can. And Najeeb and Tony just going to lay up, just tap in for their pars. As we see through 10 holes.
All right.
Maddie, Silas, and Caleb all tied at at 6 under.
Yep.
And I think they were leading this entire time.
Yep. And that's going to be it for the back 9. Make sure you like and subscribe and catch the front 9. Back 9 coming out soon. Thank you, everybody.